Hey YouTubers, Levi back again with the final part of this series. We're going to finish up with the Crusader, which is the one build that I had the most problems with, it being a new character and everything. Finding specific builds with different skills was quite a challenge. But one thing that I'm still using that hasn't changed is Punish Roar. My primary build was a blocking build. I had passives and everything and a Justice Lantern to try to get my block chance as high as possible. At my highest point, I was over like 70 some percent chance to block, which I think, yeah, max is at 75. So anything above that just was overkill. So I started to dial back on the blocking, but Punish Roar was a really good stat for that because you're getting hit a lot. You're a really tanky class, and everything within 15 yards taking 75% weapon damage off of every block was really significant. And since I was blocking all the time, the damage was constantly there. The problem was just keeping monsters flowing into the damage. So the other skill that hasn't really changed, which in my opinion is probably one of the best skills on the Crusader, and if you're not using it, I highly recommend you do, is Provoke. Provoke itself is a wrath generator, which there really aren't any for the Crusader. There's one other one with shield glare, but you need to like hit enemies for that one to work. So this generates wrath without hitting any enemies. You get extra wrath for each enemy that's hit. It also brings the enemies towards you so you can kill them easier, which is another awesome aspect of the skill. And then this one that I'm using charged up adds 50% lightning damage. Now, I'm a fire spec, I'm a fire build with this character, but adding the 50% lightning damage is significant damage buff. So it's also extra damage. So it's doing three things. It's crowd controlling your enemies so they come and attack you as a taunt. It's generating wrath for you so you can spend your skills, and it's a damage buff. That's three things that this one skill is doing, and it's got a short 20-second cooldown, which with any decent cooldown gear is, cut down to no time at all. So that, in my opinion, is a must-have skill. Next, I'm using Laws of Valor, Unstoppable Force. Now, my main attack being Fists of the Heavens, and it's always been Fists of the Heavens. When I first started doing the blocking build, I tried out different things with the hammers, using like the Thunder Hammer and the Burning Hammer. I even got the weapon that gives you Dominion as a base for all your hammers, so they keep spinning around you. Or maybe it made them bigger. I can't remember. Or maybe that's what it did. It made them all bigger. There's something else that gives you the Dominion passive as well for all your hammers to come around. I think, do I still have it? No, I freaking trashed it because it was garbage. But anyway, so Laws of Valor, Unstoppable Force. It gives you an attack speed buff when you recite the law, or activate it rather. It reduces the wrath cost of your skills by 50%, which is really significant. And with, why did I switch that? With Heaven's Tempest, it's, well, here you can see, you get about, when you buff and then you hit that, you can see you get 7 just out of that last little bit of the pool. So it is significant, and once again, and with the cooldown reduction, it'll just come around even faster. We're using Steed Charge Nightmare for mobility. I prefer the 2-second ride. I know the 3-second gets you further, into areas and is better for movement, but I typically, move right into a group, and then I want to be off the horse, and with the 3-second, I'm just stuck, just running around in circles for another second. So the Nightmare works really well. It leaves behind some fire damage, which will proc Akarat's Champion Firestarter. Once again, this is my opinion, but I think this is the best rune for Akarat's Champion. It's really freaking broken. Every time you hit an enemy, it puts a dot on them for 460 damage over 3 seconds, and the dot doesn't refresh every time you hit them. It adds a new dot. So it just keeps doing more and more damage. They stack up, and you just melt down your enemies really, really quickly. As far as items for this build, it was a really, really tough crawl to get to the Akon set. For a long time, I was using this, which reduced the cooldown of Heaven's Fury. I was using the Ascendancy, and with the cooldown reduction on just on the helm, or here, the 12%, my Heaven's Fury came around almost instantly. Like, here, let's pop it on. I'll show you. Here, we'll change this over. There it was. Heaven's Fury. I was using Ascendancy. So here, we pop it. It's killing things, or it's doing damage. The cooldown is coming around. The beam is over, and we're ready to pop it right again. I mean, you can really just spam it, and which is what I did. I would run around, and I would always have a beam down. There's about a half a second lag there where you don't have it up. And so I was using that while I was using that skill. Once I got the icon set, I switched this over. Laws of Valor Unstoppable. Yep, that's what we need. Okay. So let's go over the gear and the specs here. Once again, you want to get that 50% crit chance. You want to try to hit 400% crit damage. We almost freaking made it! But we got over 2.02 attacks a second. And our resistance isn't that great, but we got pretty decent armor and pretty decent toughness, so it makes up for it. And we got some great heals in the form of our passives. So I will show you those right now. Our passives, this got a huge buff. Oh my god, Fervor is amazing now. I would rather use a one-hander now on a Crusader than the two-hander. Everyone is freaking out about the two-hander passive, being able to use a two-hander one-handed. I think this is better than that. You're getting a 15% increase attack speed and 15% reduced cooldowns. Like, that's freaking crazy. So you're getting more damage, faster attacks, and getting your skills in faster. Once again, this is a trifecta freaking passive, and you should definitely be using it if you're using a one-hander. If you're using a two-hander, find a good one-hander and switch to Fervor. Finery for extra strength, so we're going for extra damage there for each gem in our gear. Holy Cause. Now, we don't have really any holy damage we're doing, so the heal off of that is irrelevant, but the extra 10% damage increased by our weapon is very significant for our base DPS, so that's why that one is there. It's a really good skill. And then I'm using Wrathful. Each point of Wrath spent heals me, and since we're able to cast things, I know the Wrath cost goes down, so the heal goes down, but you're able to spam them and just keep a consistent, life shield, where it's just constantly just kind of going up and up and up. If you're taking damage, it'll still, go up and help you out there. Paragon points, maximum wrath, movement speed, then started going into strength for extra damage. Cooldown reduction, just crit chance to get to that 50%, and then the rest is going into damage. Just like everyone else, resistance and life percentage. And then we got resource cost reduction, so we can get more of the Fists of the Heavens in. Life on hit, which does help as well as far as healing goes, and since the little lightning bolts that come out, will hit things far away, so that's extra life on hit right there that's helping you out, as well as the from Punish Roar. Let's go over the gear. I did get lucky. I spent a lot of time farming blood shards in order to gamble with Kadala. It probably took me about, I don't want to say 6,000 to 8,000 blood shards to get all the pieces, and that's with having already found 2 of them. So it was a big pain in the ass, but I farmed a Ring of Royal Grandeur so I can keep my Cinder Code on as the chest. I would highly, highly recommend that. The reduced cost of the fire skills, if you're going for the fire spec, is very significant, and then the fire skill damage is very good as well. But we got the Icon's Helm, we got crit chance, we got a socket for the reduced cooldown. We got the Pauldrons there, which rolled pretty decent, pretty high strength, almost perfect Vite roll on there, high res, horrible armor, but fine. I mean, at least it's armor. The gloves, we got what I would call the new trifecta, since we didn't need any more attack speed. We're already at 2.0. The cooldown reduction, 7%, was really good. Then the crit chance, crit damage, and high strength was awesome roll on that as well. The amulets, Mara's Kaleidoscope, once again, new form of trifecta with the cooldown replacing attack speed. Perfect crit chance, high crit damage, once again, so they didn't get rolled for higher damage later. We're also using the Reaper's Wraps, fire skill damage on there, crit chance, decent strength, decent Vite. This is going to be great for fueling your Fist of the Heavens to keep that rolling. I do have a really crap Thunder God's Vigor. The 15% lightning skills is absolutely irrelevant. I really need to get rid of this piece, but the blocking dodging that causes the electricity out is fine for an extra little damage dealer. Just got a, oh, I thought I had a trifecta ring. This isn't even trifecta. So this is a horrible ring that I didn't roll trifecta on, that I can roll, that I just haven't gotten around to yet. We got the Akon pants with low strength but decent bite and armor. Didn't get the res all or a second socket, but we just needed just to get the set bonus. Ring of Royal Grandeur with true trifecta stats on it with the attack speed and everything. That was an awesome roll on that ring. Akon boots increases the damage of the Fists of the Heavens was a roll that I got on there when I think I was rolling for armor or something like that. So I just kept it. I figured the extra damage was fine. This is a shield that needs to be replaced. I want to replace it with the Akon shield. Whenever you block, you have a chance to reduce the cooldown of all your skills even further. If you have that shield, I highly recommend using it now and going with a blocking build with it. You'll just be able to spam your skills like crazy. And I have yet to get a decent flail or mace or anything. So 5 main stat glyph of Solara was fine, having strength, bite, and attack speed with a socket. I have yet to find anything better than this right now for my guy. So once I find the flail that gives me the double Fist of the Heavens, that'll obviously be a replacement for that. Let's see, 8,500 strength, 4,400 bite, pretty good. We're in Torment 2 right now. This character is definitely Torment 3, nearly Torment 4 capable. We're going to go to the Weeping Hollow here, zone in and kill some things. The Akon set is really freaking broken. If you don't know what it does, the full set bonus reduces the cooldown of Akarat's Champion by 50%, and then while you're in Akarat's Champion, it reduces the cost of all abilities by 50%. So you're cutting them in half, and then if you pop that, you're cutting them in half again. It's pretty much never run out of resource when you're in Akarat's. And with the cooldown reduction I have, I'm only at 41.48%. There's probably, here, we'll show off Punish a little bit here with the explosions. These guys just killing themselves. But with the 41.48% cooldown, I probably have about 8 seconds where I don't have my Akarat's buff. So here's an elite. We'll just kind of stand here for a minute, we'll take some damage, see how quick they actually kill themselves using Punish. So we'll pop that, and we'll just start slamming these down. It's a little laggy, my frame rate's pretty bad because I'm recording, but we do what we can, right, with what we're given. So we'll just move out of this area. We're still in a con, so here's the cooldown. Alright, so we're on cooldown. This is where I'll pop the Law of Valor, just to keep my resources down, and here, it's already off cooldown. We can pop it again, get our Wrath back up, and just continue our onslaught of everything. You don't always need to save the Law of Valor for when you are out of Akarat's Champion, but I recommend it. But it comes around pretty quick, so you can just pop everything all at once when you come across an elite pack. You know, I thought that was an elite, apparently it wasn't. You see that fire dot does a lot of damage. Let's keep going. Try to find one more elite, maybe. We got a chest. Maybe we'll get an elite pack out of the chest. So we got an elite there. Here, we'll just aggro all this stuff and just start slamming down the Fist of the Heavens. Boom. Alright guys, there you go. That's the build. This character has come a long way since when it first started, but now with the full Akarat's Champion or Akarat's set, it's so much fun to play. The extra damage is just insane, and the class with the blocking already being a very tanky build already is really good in the high torments. So if you're having problems with your Crusaders getting down high damage like I did when I first started playing and got to level 70 and started looking for gear, I hope this build helps you out. I hope this guide helps you out as far as, what skills to use and what to look for. Thanks for watching my series, guys. Don't forget that if you have any questions or any comments to make my builds better, go ahead and drop a comment down below. And thanks for watching. Peace out.